What is up, flavor family? It's Bobby, and today we have two quick and easy recipes that I know you're gonna love. One is with juicy pork chops and the other is with flaky fish, but they're both huge on flavor. So first up, we're making Szechuan style pork chops with spicy garlic sauce and blistered green beans, and then Fennel Chile Flounder with fregola and roasted tomatoes. And this video is a collaboration with my good friends over at Plated once again. Plated delivers food experiences right to your doorstep. So all you do is log onto the website. Every week, they have 20 menu options plus dessert. They're all incredibly creative and most importantly, incredibly delicious. Then, my favorite part is everything arrives at my doorstep. I don't even have to go outside on those cold Chicago days. And it's fresh. It's mise en place for you. It truly is the meal kit for food lovers like you and me because the flavors are just so darn creative. And once again, I got an awesome promo code just for you guys. Down below in the description box is a promo code and link that gets you $20 off your first 3 orders. It's such a great deal and I want you to try it out. All right guys, first up we're making these Szechuan style pork chops which look just like that. Come on. How bad do you want those pork chops in your belly? But before we do make these pork chops, I have to get cracking on the rice. So I'm preheating a small pot over medium heat. I'm gonna drizzle in just a teaspoon of oil and then add 1 cup of jasmine rice that came in my meal kit. I actually like to cook the rice or toast the rice for a minute before adding the water because it gives it a real nutty flavor.
And it keeps the rice from sticking
Yes,
together.
good point, Desi. It does keep the rice from sticking together. Now I'll go in with just over 1.5 cups of water. Woo! Volcano there, baby. Now pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a few cracks of black pepper. All right, give it one last stir. Once the water comes to a boil, slap the lid down, turn it down to simmer. I'm gonna let that cook for about 15 to 18 minutes. And now we can get focused on the pork chops. I have 3 thick cut boneless pork chops right here. And I'm preheating a cast iron pan over medium-high heat. I wanna season the pork chops with a generous pinch of salt and pepper on both sides. Add a tablespoon of sesame oil to the pan. Swirl it around and carefully lay the pork chops in. You know the oil's ready when it's smoking, baby. And I like to push them down just to make sure they're making max contact with the pan. And that sesame oil is nutty and it's gonna reinforce those Asian flavors. So we're only gonna cook this for about 3 minutes each side until they're nice and crusty. Get them out and then we'll toss them later on with the green beans and the sauce and make them nice and glazed. Let's give the pork chops a flip. Beautiful, nice and crusty, just the way I want. Let them go for 3 more minutes. All right, you guys, last of the pork chops is out and we're already 2/3 of the way done with this recipe. How do I know that? Because I love that Plated gives you a super detailed step-by-step recipe card with photography. Visual people, huh? Like you and me, we love this kind of stuff because it takes the guessing out. And everything for both recipes comes in the meal kit. There is no additional shopping. You don't have to leave the house and it's portioned exactly for the meals you need. Let's move the pork chops aside and get going on the blistered green beans, which we're gonna use the same pan for because it's already seasoned and hot. First, I have to grab some of the green beans. Then I wanna cut off the ends and just have them right in the middle. Add some more sesame oil to the pan and then go in with 1 pound of green beans. Give them a stir up, and then I'm gonna cook them for 3 to 4 minutes until the pan blisters them all around, and then I'll go in with garlic and ginger. Let's let the beans do their thing. In the meantime, the rice is done. So I'm gonna go back here, just kill the heat, but keep the lid on the pot. I want the steam to finish cooking the rice. See those little spots of brown there? That's exactly what we want. Next we can get going on the spicy Szechuan sauce. After the garlic and ginger goes in, we're gonna add this sauce. It'll turn to a glaze. That glaze is gonna enrobe our pork with all that silky goodness. So in the bowl, I have soy sauce, 1/3 cup. To that, add 1 tablespoon of sambal oelek chili paste, a few teaspoons of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and some brown sugar and Szechuan peppercorns. Now the Szechuan peppercorns, you guys, are not only spicy like a black peppercorn would be, but it's also fruity. So it's got a lot of action in it. All right, so just give that a little mix up. That's gonna go in the pan in just a few minutes. The green beans are getting nice and blistered. Now it's the time to go in with some garlic and some chopped ginger and a few chopped green onions. I'm saving the top part of those scallions, the green part, for garnish later on. And we wanted to get a good blister on those green beans before adding the ginger and the garlic because they'll burn really easily. I'm gonna cook that for 1 minute. Oh, you guys, it smells so good in here right now. I might be on the north side of Chicago, but it smells like Chinatown in here right now, I'm telling you. That looks like just the amount of color I want on there. Now, one last mix, and we'll add our soy mixture directly to the pan. Yeah, baby. A serious aromatherapy going on in here. Now, turn the heat down to medium-low. Holy cow, do you smell that, Destiny?
It's so good.
It smells so good, you guys. Now I'm gonna slap a lid down on this guy. That way the green beans can finish cooking through and that sauce can turn into a glaze, and then we'll get the pork chops in said glaze to get enrobed and silky and just yummy and sticky. All right, getting back to the pork chops, I wanna slice these up and then get them in the glaze when it's ready. So let's transfer it to a clean board and save the juice. I'll put that in the pan later on. And then slice pork chops going the long way. And then look inside of there, you guys. Look how juicy those chops are and nice and crusty on the outside. Yes, check that out, you guys. That is what I want to see. I'm gonna take the pork chops and add them back to the pan, and then the pan juices too, don't forget about that. And then carefully just toss everything together.
It's a very cool dish.
It's super cool, you guys. So easy. I mean, like, it took no time at all, but that's honestly why I love the plated menu options. They're super creative, they're on trend, the flavors are dynamite. So guys, take advantage of that promo code down in the description box. The $20 off your first 3 orders is the bomb, and you can get food like this delivered and in your pie hole ASAP. Let's plate this dish by fluffing the rice with a fork and then putting a nice scoop of it down on a plate. Grab a nice healthy portion of those sticky pork chops and green beans. And don't forget about that sticky glaze, spoon that all over the top, and finish with some of the green onions. There it is, you guys. Szechuan style pork chops with spicy garlic sauce and blistered green beans. If you think this is as sexy as I do, click that thumbs up button because my gosh, this is sexy grub. I gotta go into these pork chops ASAP. Wow. You guys, that is delicious. The pork chops are perfectly crusted on top and so darn juicy. And that glaze is sweet, sour, sticky, and spicy. Green beans are perfectly blistered but still have a little bite. And that rice is like the starchy, carby you need to round out this meal. That is bomb. Next time it's on the menu, you need to go to the Plated website, use my promo code, and order this because you're gonna love it. All right, next up, we're going fish. Let's move on to dish number 2. It's gonna look just like this. Fennel Chile Flounder with fregola and roasted tomatoes. Surf and turf, you guys. Not bad for a Monday in Chicago. Later on, Desi and my dad for dinner are gonna be living the high life. All right, this, my friends, is fregola. It's a pasta from southern Italy, Sardinia to be exact. And it looks and cooks exactly like Israeli couscous, but it's actually a pasta.
Huh.
You didn't know that one, did you?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and you gotta say fregola like you live in Sardinia. So I have a pot of boiling water here. Just like pasta, you wanna season it with a good couple pinches of salt. Otherwise, grandma's gonna smack you in the face. And then I'll add the fregola. All right, the pot of water is boiling. I'm gonna transfer it back here. Set a timer for 9 minutes. And we can move on to the veggies and the fish. First, I wanna cut up some cherry tomatoes and some red onions. So just go ahead and have some cherry or grape tomatoes. And then finally slice 1 red onion. Next up, I'll grab a sheet tray that has a piece of parchment paper down, but you can do aluminum foil if you want to. Go ahead and spill the tomatoes out. Pasta. Desi had too many pork chops. She thinks we're making pasta on a sheet tray. Just take the photo. And then add the onions. Season those veggies with a shot of oil, half a teaspoon of salt, and a few cracks of pepper. And then just scatter that all around the sheet tray after giving it a rough toss first. And remember, everything for both recipes came in the meal kit. So I love having the exact quantity that I need. Speaking of exactly what I need, I have some fillets of flounder here. It's a very mild, flaky white fish that cooks in no time flat, which is great because I'm getting really hungry because Desi obviously ate the pork chops. So I'll go ahead and just lay these down on the sheet tray and try to nestle them in between the tomatoes and the onions. Fits like a glove. Next, pinch over a good amount of salt on both sides and a few cracks of pepper. All right, this guy goes in a 450-degree oven for about 9 minutes. Next up, let's drain the fregola and make sure we get all the water out of there. So that took 9 minutes, and just like pasta, you don't want to overcook it, otherwise it gets soggy. Now this part I love. I take a bag of spinach, just cut it open, and then I'm gonna add it to the bottom of the pot, and then pour the hot fregola over the top.
It's a really cool technique.
You like that? And then just stir it up a little bit. And I like this technique like Desi does because it wilts the spinach. And then you get more iron in there, more veggies. It's Popeye approved. Toot toot. Then slap the lid down and let the residual heat just wilt away that spinach. The last thing we have to do is make a compound butter. We haven't done this on my channel in a long time, but it's a great way to add flavor to fish as soon as it comes out of the oven. So I have 2 to 3 tablespoons of unsalted room temperature butter. And then mince 1 clove of garlic, pinch over a tiny amount of salt, and then use a knife to smash it into a paste. That way it melts into the butter. Finally, chop up half a small red chili. If you like a lot of heat, you could add the whole thing. And then chop up or crush some fennel seeds. Add that to the butter, along with a crack of black pepper. And then give that a mix up, and the compound butter is done. All right, the fish is perfectly cooked, and those cherry tomatoes have burst. I love when that happens. And while everything is still hot, just put that butter all over the fish, and let it melt in and infuse all that flavor. It's nice because essentially when the butter melts, it's gonna create a sauce that is so complementary to the fish. And the only thing that can make this better is a fresh squeeze of lemon juice, and then a light snow shower of fresh basil. Let's plate this up by putting down some of the fregola with the spinach, then add a beautiful fillet of flounder, some of the burst cherry tomatoes, and roasted red onions. And there it is, you guys, another sexy dish, Fennel Chile Flounder with fregola and roasted tomatoes. I gotta go into that fish. It is literally calling my name. Another winner. And guys, the fish is so juicy and flaky, and that butter that basted in is adding crazy flavor, just the right amount of spice. Those burst tomatoes are just like a potty in my mouth. The onions are sweet. The fregola with the spinach is rocking. That is so good. You guys, this is why I want you to try Plated. The recipes are just so darn creative and right up our alley. So make sure you use my promo code and the link down below for $20 off your first 3 orders. Whether you just want to try these recipes or you don't have time to go shopping, Plated will totally hook you up. Both recipes are down below in the description box. When you make them or any of the menu items from Plated, tag us on social media. I'll see you next week. Until then, # keep on cooking, mad love.